Hola, ¿qué tal? Hey. Uf, por fin estaba aburrido. Estaba aburrido de esperar. Ay, aburrido. Estoy aburrido de escuchar la palabra aburrido. Todo el mundo dice aburrido. ¿Pero por qué? Hay muchas más palabras para decir aburrido. Y hoy os las voy a enseñar. Welcome to Spanish with Chris. Right, I know life can be boring. La vida puede ser aburrida. La gente puede ser aburrida. Las conversaciones de la gente pueden ser aburridas. Bla, 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 bla. Eres aburrido. Pero esa es la vida. That's life. But you know what? There are more words to say that something is boring. And if you want to learn Spanish, you're going to need these words as well in order to reach your vocabulary. So let's go for it. The first word. We are going to start with a word that's very advanced. So learn this word. You might impress a lot of people out there. And the word is tedioso. Tedioso. If something is tedioso, is too long, slow, boring, obviously. Your work, your job could be tedioso. Tu trabajo puede ser tedioso. Mi trabajo es muy tedioso. It's always the same. As you know, time goes so slow. It's just awful. But not my job, because my job is to teach Spanish and I love it. And I think it's fun. I think it's brilliant. So it's not tedioso, but because I need to teach you this word, I have to say it. But believe me, it's not true, right? It's just an example. So tedioso, tedioso. Mi trabajo es tedioso. Maybe a class, maybe you've been in class and the class was boring, was too slow. In that case, you can say, la clase fue tediosa. La clase fue tediosa. The next word is pesado. Pesado. Pesado, right? This word has two meanings. The first meaning is heavy, right? In English. Heavy. Pesado. Esta silla es pesada. I said pesada, okay? Because it's, remember, if you don't know, in Spanish, objects, things, has gender. Okay, it's not like in English. In English, you don't, chair is just chair. But in Spanish, silla. So we would use the article la silla, and not el silla. If you want me to talk about this subject, the gender of objects, when to use la, el, lo, let me know in the comment section. Give me a thumb up, subscribe, and that way, I might get the hint that you want to know about that. Pesado, it also means when something is just a burden and also boring, maybe too serious and lack of excitement. So for example, a book can be pesado. El libro es muy pesado, I was reading it and nothing actually exciting happened in the book. It was all the same. Every single page was just the same. There was nothing interesting to read about, but I had to read it. Oh, qué libro. Es muy pesado. Es muy pesado. So of course, it can be a bit confusing because it depends on the context, depending on what you're talking about. The listener might think that you're saying that the book is too heavy. Oh, but, depending on what you're talking about. For example, have you read the book? Yes, I have. How was it? Muy pesado. Muy pesado. Right? So that person is asking you, how is the book? Did you like the book? Obviously, that person didn't. The other person didn't, because he said, or she said, that it's very boring. It's muy pesado. ¿Vale? If something is pesado, it means it can have two meanings. One is heavy, But the other meaning is just boring. Cocinar es pesado. Oh, cocinar es muy pesado. Para mí, you know, you might like cooking, but other people might hate it. And they would say, oh, cocinar es muy pesado. Another way to say it is very similar to this one that I've just talked about. And is like, qué pesadez de. Qué pesadez de. So it's just even more boring than the other one. When you want to express, when you want to emphasize that something is even super boring, it's just utterly boring. You can say that. Qué pesadez de libro. Qué pesadez de conversación. Qué pesadez de película. Normally, qué pesadez de is always followed by a noun most of the times. That's why I said conversación, película, libro. So, qué pesadez de vídeo. Qué pesadez de vídeo, Chris. I hope it's not, please. Hopefully it's not. But yeah, you can say that. Qué pesadez de vídeo. Another way, you know, imagine you have a friend and this friend is just constantly talking about football. I wanted to play football, things like that, and maybe you don't like football, but he's constantly talking about it. But you can say that alguien es muy pesado con whatever. Alguien, someone, es muy pesado con whatever. For example, football, as I said. Mi hermano es muy pesado con el fútbol. He's constantly talking about football. Football. It's like, shut up. Don't say that ever to your brother. Another word, monótono. Monótono. It's something that doesn't change, doesn't vary. It's always the same. You know, maybe your life is monótono. Mi vida es monótona. Mi vida es, it's always the same. Monótono. I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I get a shower, I make myself breakfast, and then I go to work. And always the same. Every day is the same. Your life is monotonous. Tu vida es monótona. Mi vida es monótona. Okay? So it just doesn't change. Soso. Right, the first meaning. If something is soso, it means that if a meal is soso, it means that that food doesn't have taste. Maybe it needs a bit of salt, but it also means something boring, okay? Like something's lacking taste. So you can use it with food. Oh, estas patatas están sosas. They need salt. These chips, the fries need some salt. They are sosas. Patatas, sosas. Or papas. Patatas, papas. Both are fine. You can say, las patatas están sosas. If we are not talking about food, it means something similar. Something is boring. Un libro. Este libro es soso. Remember what I said before? You can say pesado. But you can also say soso. Oh, el libro es muy soso. It's better if you emphasize by saying muy. Muy is better. It's a lot better. Right? Rather than just saying soso, es soso. El libro es soso. It's fine. But if you really want to emphasize something, add muy. You can even use this word with people when talking about people. So, esta persona es sosa. Persona sosa. Persona soso? No. Persona sosa. Mi mujer es sosa. They are boring. They don't talk about anything important. It's always the same. Maybe they just talk about work, for example. Sosos. They are so sosos. Very sosos. Sosos singular, sosos plural. Triste. Triste means also sad. But if we are talking about especially the weather, then we would use triste. It's okay. So for example, el día está triste. El día está triste. It means that maybe it's too dark, too cloudy, it's raining, It's just looking depressing out there. No one really wants to go out. It's dark, it's cloudy, it's cold, it's windy. You know, it's just one of those days that you don't want to go out. Then you can say, el día está triste. So yes, it's like boring in a depressing way. And the last one, and this is also very advanced, so really good. Sopífero. Sopífero. Personally, I have never used this word before, but you can perfectly use it. It's very sopífero. Sopífero. Something that makes you sleepy, drowsy. Again, a movie can be sopífero. A program, a TV program can be sopífero. There are several things that can be sopífero, so you just need to say it. It's an adjective, really, it's really advanced. You won't hear this word a lot of times, but if you say it, you will sound a lot more sophisticated. That's it for today, guys. Thank you very much. If you want me to teach you something like the gender in objects, let me know by subscribing, suscríbete, dale me gusta, comparte, and I don't know what else. I think that's it. See you next time, guys. Thank you, gracias, hasta la próxima.